there, Ellen Johnson with Serendipity Needleworks here, and I thought I'd just hop into the Facebook page and share a little tip for you or with you about using multicolor threads on your needlepoint projects. So this is a skein of Karen Collection thread. It's watercolors. Turn that around so you can see the tag. It's watercolors, and obviously it comes in a skein. And if you're ever using one of these on your needlepoint projects, one of these threads on your needlepoint projects, you may wonder how you can keep the flow of colors consistent so that everything, that flow continues, so that everything stays in the same order, especially if you're doing a decorative stitch where you need to maintain that flow of colors as you're doing your decorative stitches with your compensating stitches. So one thing that I've just picked up through the years is just this little trick that works really well for me. So what I do when I get a skein of the watercolors like this, first thing I do is I always take the tag off, which you want to hang on to that tag because it's got good information on there. It tells you what the dye lot is, and if you need to get more of the thread, then you'll have that information handy. So take that off, take that tag off and hang on to it, and then open the loop up just like this. And then you can see that you've got it, it's tied, it's in a loop, and if you untie this little part right here, it's not real tight, so it's not hard to get it undone. You do have to have a little bit of fingernails to do it, but anyway, let's get that undone. And once you get that part undone, I think there's one more little tie there. Yep, there we go. So now the ends are loose. So we have what amounts to a loop with loose ends. The next part is super easy, but it just takes a little bit of time. What I do once I get this loop opened up, then I take and I wind the skein just like I was winding a ball of knitting yarn. I do a sort of a figure 8 over my fingers and get myself just a little bit going there, and then I just wind around and around and around until basically what I end up with is a ball. And so what you do once you've got your ball wound is you can then, and I have a piece that's on here from one of my other projects, but once you have the little ball, then you just roll off however much you need and cut, and then tie a knot in the end that you cut, and that'll help you know which end is the one that you need to thread through your needle and which is the one that, of course, is going to be where you will pick up with the next repeat of colors on in your ball or your skein of the multicolored thread. And that way you have a continuous piece of thread that you're cutting from rather than a loop that you've cut in two places, which sort of buggers up your color repeat. So that's just a little tip that I thought I'd share with you. I've found it helpful through the years, and I hope you do too. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and until next time, happy stitching.